From pollinators to flood awareness, Prince George's Department of the Environment has some special advice for county residents.
That's right. It's all part of the agency's Tuesday Tip, a weekly email, and it also goes out on social media, sent out to educate the public about environmental issues. And joining us now to talk about it is DOE Deputy Director Michelle Russell. And thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Well, first, tell us a little bit about the purpose of doing this.
Well, the purpose is basically to educate and inform the residents of the county about ways that we can have a clean and sustainable environment, and we do that through Tuesday's Tips.
Okay, can you talk to us a little bit about why this is so important to you?
Oh, gracious. Well, we want to make sure we have an environmentally sound economy for our children, our children's children. In order to do that, we have to make some progressive steps in order to protect the environment in which we are living in. For instance, we need to recycle more. We need to make sure that the storm drains are clean. We need to make sure we don't have litter all over the county that impacts the storms that we will be having in the storm drains in itself. So we have to do some proactive steps, and through Tuesday Tips, this enables us to get the message out to the community.
So these messages are very short, brief, to the point. I'm assuming that's for a reason.
Yes.
Tell us why.
Short and brief to the point is really key, because you want to capture the moment, and we found that capturing the moment is a brief and short thing to do in order to resonate the message. We don't want to lose the message.
I know you just mentioned picking up litter, making sure the storm drains are free of debris. Can you give us other examples of how you can keep the environment clean?
Yes. We can use recyclable baggage instead of using plastic bags to do our shopping. We really promote that, because when we use plastic bags, it clogs up our drains. It actually makes flooding possible because the drains are clogged with the plastic bags. We have a lot of debris that we pick up, tons and tons of debris, because people just toss plastics all over the place. But if we find a way to reuse and repurpose things, then we will eliminate that issue for our environments and make sure it's clean.
And you brought up an important point. I think a lot of people are excited about the recycling. They throw everything in there and leave it to you to sort. You're trying to stop that from happening.
Yes, we are. We are trying to stop. Even though we have single stream recycling, we do have some contaminants that are placed in the recyclables, and we're trying to stop that because it makes the recycling program kind of, I don't want to say non and void, but it reduces the purpose of why we're recycling. So we do a lot of educational components to our program, and we go out to the schools, we go out to the communities to really educate them on what can be recycled and what cannot be recycled. And so we encourage that platform with our citizens.
Do you have any advice for families, let's say, who may not be very knowledgeable about how to separate plastic or trash? Anything that you can do at home that's very simple that we may not know?
Well, what we found that we do a lot of education in the schools, and the children are sponges, and they take home a lot of information for their parents. And this time I'm going to say, parents, listen to your kids, because they really know what to do and what not to do. So our education in the schools is really paramount to the whole program. So that would be my takeaway. Just listen to your kids and read the literature. We have lots of literature that we give out, a lot of the community meetings that we go to. We attend a lot of the councilmen and the county executives meetings. So we give out a lot of information, useful information that really tells you what can be recycled and what cannot be recycled. So we encourage them to read the literature that we give out.
And it's much more than recycling. You're talking bee pollinators, you're talking how lawn maintenance, everything that goes along with that.
Everything that goes along with it.
All right,
yes.
Some great tips there. We want to let people know how to get that. If you want to sign up for Tuesday Tips, you can send an email to the address you see at the bottom of the screen, or you can log on to many social media sites where they have these tips.